I mentioned Iran's influence, and it is very significant. And in some ways, this square itself encapsulates the entire experience that Iraq has gone through over the past 2 decades. Saddam's statue is gone, but in its place is this giant mural of Qasem Soleimani, an Iranian general who was killed by a U.S. airstrike. So some Iraqis will say that American troops came, they toppled Saddam, but they opened the door for Iran. Joe?
Yeah, Richard, and of course, so many people warned about that in 2002, leading into 2003. Yeah, your package, it was just incredible. Your reporting, and that I have so many questions I'd love to ask you, because I remember talking to you during the war. Your reporting was just breathtaking, was extraordinary. But I remember talking to you in 2009, 2010, and we were going to the Washington Bureau, and I'd asked you how Iraqis were feeling. And I said, well, you know, they have no good feelings about George W. Bush, few good feelings about the Americans. But you talked about General Petraeus. You said some places would put statues up of General Petraeus just because of the change that happened in 2008, 2009. It reminds me, Dexter Filkins was talking about not recognizing Iraq in 2009 compared to 2003, 2004, 2005. It's been through so much since then. It's mind-blowing with ISIS. And now you have Austin going back, and the Iraqi prime minister saying we want to build our relationship with the United States. This has to be so dizzying for you 20 years later. Can you tell us just how you're taking all of this in right now? I can't imagine the range of emotions you have.
Well, let's put it this way. Last night, I stayed back in the Palestine Hotel, which is right over there, and I stayed in my old room, 1217. So I had the same view that I had 20 years ago watching Shaka and Awe. And I stayed there because I wanted to experience it all again and allow some of these memories to come back. And as you said, this country has gone through an incredible transformation. First, it was a dictatorship under Saddam Hussein, one of the worst dictatorships in the world. And I was fortunate enough, if fortunate is the right way of describing it, to come to Iraq under Saddam Hussein. And I came here on several trips talking about this country, talking about Saddam Hussein, and actually annoyed the Iraqis quite a bit because he had an election and he won by 97%. And I wrote in a report at the time that it was a result that only North Korea could appreciate, and they here in Iraq did not appreciate it. But this was a very dangerous country. It was a place where if you spoke out of line or you did anything that the government didn't like, you would be arrested or killed. And the best you could hope for was just to live your life without being noticed. Then the invasion came, and here in this square, we saw it. We saw people celebrating. We saw people who were looking forward to new opportunities. And there was a period for about 6, 7 months, maybe even a year, when there was a lot of optimism. But when the United States dissolved the Iraqi army, which was probably the biggest mistake that ever happened in this country, according to what I saw and many people who I've spoken to, and started making errors after error after error, a civil war broke out. And then you had the Iraqis killing Iraqis and Americans caught in the middle. And American troops felt overwhelmed. They were disoriented because suddenly there was this group of people, the Sunnis, and this group of people, the Shias, and they found themselves caught in the middle of a religious war that they weren't prepared for. And then they had a new job. They had a new mission to stop the religious war that they inadvertently began. So General Petraeus came in. There was the surge. U.S. troops overwhelmed the civil war. And that's why many Iraqis were grateful, because this horrible experience that began after the war, where tens of thousands of Iraqis were dying, where there were bodies on the streets. I remember going out onto the Tigris River and seeing bodies floating by. People in this city stopped eating fish because there were so many bodies in the river. It was truly a horrendous and disgusting time. Then U.S. troops left, and Iran moved in, and that most Iraqis will tell you is the biggest problem right now, the influence of the militias. But because there is safety, because there is peace and quiet here, the militias, you don't really see them on the street. You see their presence, but they're more involved in the politics in this country. They're more involved in corruption. Right. They're more involved in the oil industry, but they don't bother people on a day-to-day, on their day-to-day existence. Because there is safety, Iraqis are coming out now. And I was out at a nightclub last night on the Tigris River, also in one of Saddam's former palaces. So there are many signs of hope here if the Iraqis can take this opportunity, get rid of some of the outside influence, and build from this moment forward. But you don't you don't hear Iraqis waking up every morning and saying, "Thank God the Americans invaded."
Yeah. Richard, just one more really quick question. Actually, I want to underline something you said, because I was going to ask you, as someone who was there for 20 years, other than going in the first place, what was the biggest mistake Americans made? But you already sort of answered that. You said the same thing that General Mattis told me a couple of years ago at a dinner. He said the second he returned to his office, and he had heard that Paul Bremer had given the order for de-Baathification, to fire the entire Iraqi army, he turned to everybody in there and at headquarters and said, "All right, let's go home. This war's over." Can you just explain why that was so that was such a devastating decision?
It takes years to build an army. And when the United States invaded this country, the army was quickly defeated. When the war began today. First, it started with shock and awe, an air campaign to knock out the command and control facilities, to knock out air defenses, and then the ground invasion began coming up from Kuwait. The Iraqi army didn't put up much of a fight. The Iraqi army was quickly defeated, but in some cases chose not to fight. The Americans arrived here in Baghdad. They tore down this statue, and there was a period of calm, a period of quiet. But then what the United States did was, instead of giving that army a new lease on life, putting them to service, retraining them to do public works, whatever, making them the core of a new Iraqi army, they sent them all home, which humiliated them, infuriated them. So this armed forces became the core of an insurgency, and that started the Civil War.
All right, Richard Engel, we thank you so much for being with us this morning. We thank you so much for all you've done, all you've brought to the world over the past 20 years. We're so grateful. Thanks.
All right.